It is Jamie from Play to Learn Preschool. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. We in Northern Virginia had a snow day yesterday. We got about 12 inches of snow on Sunday, and for the most part it was melted and pretty good by yesterday afternoon, but we had the whole day off of school yesterday, and then we had a 2-hour delay this morning. So my day is like 2 hours behind. This is really like my 1:15 instead of my 3:15. And apparently my iPad and everything else is also on a delay because I pushed live to go live with you at about, I don't know, 3:10 or 3:05. And when I pushed to go live, it was like restarting, update, installing update. And I'm like, no, not right now. So I apologize if you've been waiting for a few minutes after the text. Sorry, technology hates me. Anyway, I am so happy to be here with you this afternoon. I am actually in the process of working on a bulletin board for our students, and I thought maybe I could just kind of finish it off while we were live. Gemma helped me a lot with this afternoon, and I just have a few more pieces to put together. So hi everybody. If you've been following our page for a while, if you've watched other videos, you know that we feel like a bulletin board is not a decoration, and we actually don't decorate our classroom very much. Everything we put down here for our students is intentional. It has a learning objective, and we have a purpose for everything that we put down here. We don't really decorate a whole lot. But bulletin boards, if you use them wisely, are very versatile because you can use them for literacy, math, fine motor, science, storytelling, oral language, lots of different things. They're a vertical surface, which gives kids a nice change from always working down on a desk or looking down. And they are kind of interactive. They can use their whole bodies, they can work together, and those are all the things that we want for our students. We want them to be socializing, working together, and meeting their learning objectives. So, hello. Hi, I bet you didn't get a snow day in Mississippi, right? Okay. So the bulletin board that I'm working on today is actually a little bit different, but similar to one that I've posted in the past. So I've done this Mitten Match, and I know it's backwards, but it's gonna be really hard for me to do it if the camera's switched the other way. I've done this Mitten Match bulletin board before, and I've posted pictures of it on my Facebook page. There's a link in the video description where they were matching numbers. And a couple of my students who are here now were here the year that we did that. And also my students this year, for whatever reason, are really strong with their numbers. I think most of my students, like 90% of my students, can identify the numbers through 10, and another 50% can easily identify the numbers through 20. They're just really good with numbers this year. So I'm focusing a lot on letters with them. This bulletin board is so simple. So I cut these letters out with my Silhouette. It just says Mitten Match, and just hung them on a ribbon, but you could just write it on a sentence strip. Sometimes they make things more difficult than they need to be. And then I am hanging 3 pieces of yarn across. So this bulletin board is an old office bulletin board. It is like a cork board that was in an office, actually in Gemma's husband's old office, and they were throwing it away. It's ugly. It's got some kind of like, if I take all of my layers of fabric off, it's got like, what do you call it? It's like, I can't think of the word, like that, not linen, it's like that really, like you would use for like a potato sack. What do you call that kind of fabric underneath here? It's ugly. When we first got these in 2005, I covered them all with really pretty primary color or pastel-y color fabric from the fabric store. And then when we went for this more simple look a few years ago with more white and black, I covered them with white. This is curtain fabric from Joann's. It's the blackout fabric that people would normally put behind their drapes to keep them blackout, like a blackout curtain, so it's real thick. And it holds up really well for our students. You'll see there's like some drips of paint on it, and there's some pencil marks, which we tried to erase, but for the most, burlap. Ding, 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 ding. Jana and Jennifer, tied. You get the prize. It's burlap. It's ugly burlap. Hi, Liz. Yes, ugly burlap. Old ugly burlap. And I just covered it with white blackout fabric. And we use it for everything. It's a really nice back, and you can staple into it because it's corkboard. Sometimes we use Velcro. Sometimes we use 3M hooks. We use lots of different things on it. But for this one, I'm just stapling it. So Gemma was so nice. She kind of got me started because she knew I'd be a mess if I tried to do it live. So we're just stapling 3 pieces of yarn across on the bulletin board to make it look like a clothesline, sort of. And then I purchased from Target, but they're also available at the craft store, these alphabet clothespins. If you do not have alphabet clothespins, do not overthink it. You can just take regular clothespins and write the letters on them. Do not overthink this. You do not need to go out and buy special alphabet clothespins. Just get a marker or puffy paint or whatever you want and write the letters on these clothespins. So I've spaced them because I'm weird like that, 9, 8, 9, so that the 26 would fit. And what we did is when you just put the clothespins on the yarn, they kind of slide around, which is totally fine but annoys me. So the last time we did it, we stapled on either side of the clothespin because we're really pulling it out, and I don't know. So this year what we're trying is on the back, I tried super glue, it didn't work. So we hot glued a little flat thumbtack. Can you see that? So hopefully this will work, we'll see. So all we did, Jem and I did a few before we started here, is clipped these clothespins right onto the line, and we're just going to be really explicit with the students that they're not allowed to pull on them. They're stuck pretty tight, but they just have to push. They've used clothespins for other centers in our classroom. They've used them for their name work. They've used them at the math center with clip cards. So I feel confident that they'll be able to do this, but they just have to push the top, and I'll explicitly teach them how to do that. So I'm just putting out the clothespins with the letters. I measured the ones at the bottom, they're 4 inches apart, so I'm eyeballing this, and then I'll probably go back after the live video is over and make sure that they're spaced correctly, because little things like that, I don't know if they annoy me or they keep me happy when they're perfect. So I will go back and do it after the video's over. I won't annoy you guys with having to watch me space out the clothespins exactly. Anyway, they're all different color letters here. Look at that one's really off, isn't it? It's this guy, this is they're all different color letters, and I don't know who designed them. It wasn't a teacher, but they're not in any kind of a pattern. They're sort of like randomly colored, which is annoying, but I will get over it. Okay, so I have all my letters up, and what I did then was I cut out some mittens, mitten shapes on my Silhouette Cameo. You do not have to do this. I will leave a link. I have a document that has 3 mittens per page with letters printed on it, and you could just print those out, hi you guys, on colored paper and cut them out. Don't overthink it. But what I did was printed out different colored mittens like this and put stickers on them for the letters. So I bought these stickers. I think they're Trend, T-R-E-N-D brand. It's a teacher sticker. I think these are 2 inches, although I don't have a ruler handy. They're about 2 inches. I think these are the 2-inch ones. And I just stuck them on the mittens. And I did them upside down because that's kind of how they would hang, I think, on a clothesline. And we were looking at it. We were like, should they hang this way? I think mittens would hang upside down on a clothesline, right? Anyway, and because weird things bother me, I tried to match the color of the clothespin to the color of the mitten. In addition to it bothering me, I also thought it would be helpful for those students, especially my 3-year-old class who are not 100% knowledgeable about their letters, that they don't identify 100% of the letters that they might be able, that would be a help that they could match the colors a little bit, like it's a blue one, try to find it. So we put one of these stickers on each of the mittens, and then what they're gonna do is I have a little basket, which is over there, and I'll just put it down here at the floor, and then when they come in, they will choose a mitten from the basket and just attach it here to the board. So, super simple. They're in order now. I'll mix them up before I put them in the basket, I'm sure. But the students will then work on identifying the letters. They will work on the fine motor skills of being able to coordinate their pushing the clothespin with attaching the mitten. Do you see how this goes? Purple, orange, purple. See, that was not a teacher who designed these alphabet clothespins. It was not. with somebody who's not in the classroom, because it should be a pattern, right? It doesn't even have to be rainbow, but whatever the pattern is, it should repeat. Who made that anyway? Anyway, so the students, right? Am I right, or am I the only one that would really bother? Hi, it's good to see you. Okay, so the students are just going to match up the mittens on the board. And then when they're done, they can sing the ABC song. I might write the lowercase on the back because I do have students who, exactly, Donna, you read my mind. I do have some students who have 100% knowledge of the uppercase letters, so they would be, they'd be more challenged by using the lowercase. So I might go ahead and write the lowercase or put lowercase stickers on the back. We'll see how it goes. And then I'm also going to make a recording sheet because I have 3 5-year-olds in my pre-K class who, all of the students in my pre-K class, so all 9 or 10 of them, will go to kindergarten in August, which is just about 7 months away. And a bunch, see, thank you guys. Yes, totally bothered me. I'm so glad I'm in good company. But I have 3 5-year-olds and then a couple of other of my kids who are 4 and going to start kindergarten in the fall who will be able to do this easily. And then I have a recording sheet where they can write the letters on the mittens and then take them home. So just an additional writing piece after they've matched the letters on the bulletin board. So anyway, that's what I've been working on, and Gemma was so helpful. She hung all the strings for me, and she glued the little thumbtacks to the back of the clothespins. She's always helping me out. So that is what we're doing for interactive bulletin boards. I would just encourage you, when you're thinking about your classroom and your wall space and how you use your time and how you use your space available, that you use it to benefit your students, that you do not stress yourself out about decorating or making things cutesy without any other learning objective benefit. Do you know what I mean? Like to decorate something just for the sake of decorating it to match a theme or something, I think is counterproductive. It's a waste of your time, and the return on investment in terms of your time and what the kids get out of it isn't very good. So I always try to think, how can I get the most bang for my buck? How can I spend the least amount of time doing something that will benefit the kids, take them the most amount of time, and teach them the most, that they will get the most out of. So hooray, hooray. It was so good to see you guys. Hi, thanks for joining me. We'll be back on live again tomorrow. I hope you'll be here. In the meantime, have fun playing and learning with your kids, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.